So now that the user collects the torch successfully, they have to beat sea creatures throughout the level in order to beat the maze. And in order to do this, they have to press the spacebar to attack. We realized this wasn't very user intuitive because playtesters didn't even know they had to attack sometimes. So I added an area trigger that shows some text right here, signifying what you have to do in order to beat the creatures. This happens right before the first enemy, and then you're able to attack and the text goes away. But when you go through that same area trigger, the text object has already been destroyed. So you're not able to see the text again after you've already seen what happens. And the way that I achieve this is through an area trigger script that I connected to the text. So right here, I'm making a game object, UI object, and that is getting controlled right here. Into UI object, I put in the spacebar text, which is right here, spacebar text. It says press spacebar to attack. And the way that I'm triggering it is that this area trigger right here, as you can see, it has the collider this big right before the first enemy right here. And what I'm saying in the script is at the start of the level, we're setting the text to be false, not active. So you can't see the text. Then on trigger enter 2D. So as soon as the collider of the area trigger has been collided with, we check that the tag of the collider is player again. If that's true, then we're setting the text UI object to be active, true. This shows the text on the screen. Then on trigger exit, so as soon as the player exits that collider, we are setting the text to be false, not active, so it's not constantly shows throughout the rest of the game. And we're destroying the trigger, which is the area trigger. So right here, we have trigger, and this is the area trigger, its own object. So we're destroying this area trigger object so that when you go back into this area, you don't see the text show up again. And that's how I achieved this effect.